Hey guys, and welcome back to Anvil of War Gaming.
Anvil of War! Battle report! Eldar Craftworlds versus Orks!
So for today's battle report, we are joined by our guest Ed, and he is bringing his orcs.
Jumbo up no.
Jumbo up, no. Is that the name of your war boss?
You got it.
Ah, okay. That's funny. So we're going to be doing 2,000 points, and he's playing against my Aeldari. We're going to be doing Chapter Approved 2017 Dominate and Destroy.
Dominate, destroy.
So let's get to the armies. So leading Ed's forces is going to be his warlord, and it is an orc war boss.
Jumbo up no.
Jumbo Wubnub is his name. Then we have a big mech. Any equipment options on him?
Custom force field.
Custom force field. And a weird boy with standard loadout. Ed's weird boy is going to be running the jump, and Ed's hoping to throw 28 boys into my face. So we have a 29 strong boy squad with a knob, and he has a power claw, and they all have sluggers and choppas. We have another 29 strong unit of boys with the knob, and he's got a claw as well, and they have sluggers and choppas. We have another 17 boys, 18 total, 18 strong unit with, again, knob with a claw, and they all have sluggers and choppas. We have 5 kill cans. They are all armed with the can claw and rockets. And finally, we have a Lord of War, Ed Stompa. Scary. And that totals Ed's 2,000 points of orcs. We have a battalion detachment, which gives him 3 command points. He gets 3 basic, and he also has a super heavy auxiliary detachment, which gives him nothing. For my 2,000 points of Aeldari, we're going to kick it off with the Warlord, which is an Autarch. Then we have a Farseer. The Farseer is using Doom and Guide. And then we have a Spirit Seer. And he's going to be using Falchu's Wing. The Spirit Seer is going to be using Protect/Jinx. We have, for the troop choices for the army, we have 3 units of Dire Avengers. All 3 are 5 strong. And for one of the squads, we have an upgraded X-Arch, and he's running the Shuriken Pistol and Dire Sword. In the elite slot, we have 2 units of 5 Wraith Guard, and both units are equipped with Wraith Cannons. We then have a Crimson Hunter X-Arch with 2 Bright Lances. For the first heavy support choice, we have a Wraith Lord with 2 Bright Lances, 2 Flamers, and a Ghost Glaive. We have a Falcon armed with Bright Lance, Crystal Targeting Matrix, a Shuriken Cannon, and Spirit Stones. We have a Fire Prism equipped with Crystal Targeting Matrix, Spirit Stones, and Twin Shuriken Catapults. And for transports, we have 3 Wave Serpents. All of them are equipped with Twin Scatter Lasers, Star Engines, Spirit Stones, Targeting Matrix, basically the whole works. 2 of them have Shuriken Cannons, and 1 has the Twin Shuriken Catapults. And that's my 2,000 points of Craftworld Aeldari. I'm going to be using the Ilyanden rules for the Craftworld, and that allows my vehicles to count as having double their remaining wounds for the purposes of their statistics. We're going to be having 3 command points for the battalion detachment. We also have a spearhead detachment led by the Spirit Seer, and that will give me an additional 1, giving me a total of 7 command points. So for this scenario, the victory conditions are the following. Dominate the battlefield. Each player scores 1 victory point at the end of their turn for each objective marker they control. A player controls an objective marker if they have more models within 3 inches of the center of it than their opponent does. No quarter given. Each player scores 1 victory point for each enemy unit that is destroyed. That'll give a distinct advantage to Ed, who has far less units. First Blood, Slay the Warlord, and Linebreaker all apply to this scenario. Objective marker number 1 was placed inside one of the set of ruins. Objective 2 was placed just outside of the Aquila ruins. Objective 3 was placed inside the Ministorum, the largest building on the table. Objective 4 is in this ruin. Objective 5 is just underneath the statue. And Objective 6 is in the cathedral ruins. Ed and I are rolling off for deployment choice. And Ed, you get to choose the table side. And Ed is taking the side with the statue. And that's our deployment. The Ork boys deployed in the ruins on top of Objective 6. The Stompa deployed on the bridge, looking menacing. The 18 strong boys, the War Boss, and the Big Mech all deployed inside the Stompa on the bridge. The cans deployed right next to the statue and Objective Marker 5. The last boy squad deployed on Objective 4 in the ruins, along with the Weird Boy. The Crimson Hunter X-Arch, the Falcon Grav tank with 5 Dire Avengers, and the Fire Prism tank all deployed in the corner next to Objective Marker 1. Crimson Hunter is looking at that Stompa right now. The Wraith Lord deployed across from the Stompa. 3 Wave Serpents spread out, taking Objectives 2 and 3. The Wave Serpent closest to Objective 2 has the Dire Avengers with the Altarch. The Wave Serpent in the middle has 5 Wraithguard in it, and the last Wave Serpent that is closest to Objective 3 in the large ruins has 5 Wraithguard and the Farseer. So rolling for first turn, Ed gets a 6, and I get a 2. Ed gets +1 also, not that he needed it. So I'm going to try to seize the initiative. And, oh, so close. So close. On to turn 1.
Turn 1!
So the Stompa stomped forwards, and the kill canned forward. That concludes Ed's movement phase. We are on to the psychic phase. So the Weird Boy is going to cast the jump, and he's going to try to jump over in front of the Wave Serpents. And rolls an 8. I think that's good. So he successfully casts the jump, and the boys are moving in front of the Wave Serpent. So we're on to the shooting phase. The kill cans are going to be taking shots off at the Wave Serpent in the large ruins. So 24-inch range. Ed had 2 shots, only 2 were in range, and only 1 hit. Strength 8, toughness 7. So -2 AP. 3+ armor save becomes 5+, +1 for being in cover. So we're looking for 4 pluses. And we're good. So the Gatling cannon is going on the flyer, and everything else is going on the Wraith Lord. 2d6 shots for the Gatling, and we got 9 shots. Looking for 6s?
Not a single one.
1. Ed is using the Stompa Gatling special rule and has rolled a 6, meaning that it is shooting again, and he rolled 11 more shots. So 11 shots on the flyer.
We're looking for 6s.
Looking for 6s.
A little better.
2 more.
2.
2 went through. Crimson Hunter, toughness 6. So looking for 3s.
2.
2 wounds. Looking for 5s. And 1 wound goes through. How many? What's the damage on that?
1.
Damage 1. So 1 wound on the Crimson Hunter. Big shooters are shooting at the Lord. 2 hits. Looking for 6s. Nope. Looking for 5s, but still nothing. So it's Death Cannon's now firing on the Wraith Lord. 4 shots. Looking for 5s. 1 hit. And looking for 3s. And that's no armor save. So now he's rolling for how many damage, and it's 6 wounds on the Wraith Lord. Oh, that hurt. Even though he took 6 wounds, he's down to 4 wounds, but he counts as having 8 wounds because of the Craftworld Aeldari. D3 from the super rocket. 3 shots. So you got 2 hits. So strength 8, toughness 8. So Ed's looking for 4s. 1 wound. AP -2. Looking for a 5+ for the Wraith Lord. He could get hurt pretty bad here. Oh, just. Twin Link Loop, big shooters, firing at the Wraith Lord. We got 3 hits. Nothing. So we're on to the charge phase. So Ed is going to declare a charge from the Stompa onto the Wraith Lord, like a crazy Ork player that he is. So we're going to do Overwatch first. You stop rolling those dice. I get to roll first.
Right.
Overwatch, we're looking at 2 Bright Lances, hitting on 6s. Come on, Bright Lance. Oh, we got a hit. Strength 8, toughness 8, looking for 4s. Oh, no. Command point reroll. Ah, damn.
So at this point, I need 12.
Yeah.
I'm going to use a command point to reroll that too.
Command points all over the place. Command point to reroll the shot or the charge. Sorry.
No. Darn.
Close. So the discussion right now is that Ed used a command point to reroll one of the dice instead of using the here we go rule to reroll the charge roll. So you chose to do that because of the odds
Well,
of
I already
rolling one dice versus
I already had a
rerolling
6,
both.
so there was a good chance
Yeah.
that I could get the second 6.
Makes sense.
All right.
Crazy Ork logic. So Ed is declaring a charge with the boys on the Wave Serpent. Only 1, maybe 2 boys can see through the crack. So we're going to do Overwatch. Rolling the Shuriken Cannon and the Twin Scatter Lasers together. So 8 shots from the Scatter Lasers and 3 shots from the Shuriken. So we're looking for 6s. And we only got 1. Looking for 3s. It's a wound. 1 dies. 9. 7.
With
So
the
that's a
reroll?
failed charge. With the
Here we
reroll.
go.
So here we go. And that's worse. Boys are sitting pretty. So that is the end of Ork's turn 1. So Ed is controlling 3 objective markers and therefore gains 3 points. On to Aeldari, turn 1. The Dire Avengers disembarked before it moved and ran onto objective marker 1. Fire Prism did not move. It's still sitting pretty. Wraith Lord moved forward, staring down the Stompa. Wraithguard disembarked, moved forward a little bit, and they are ready to take some pot shots off at the Stompa. Farseer and Spirit Seer both disembarked from their transports, and with Falchu's wing, the Spirit Seer leapt over and took position near Objective 2, trying to buff up those Wraithguard. Crimson Hunter pivoted 90 degrees, moved 20 inches, pivoted another 90 degrees. It's now staring down the Stompa as well. There's a theme going on here. All the Wave Serpents stood still, all the troops disembarked out of them, all the Dire Avengers lined themselves up using their big 7-inch movement and the disembark to get into a good position to see some of those Ork boys. And the Wraithguard just disembarked in front of the Wave Serpent to prepare for the inevitable charge next turn from the cannons. And that is the end of Aeldari, the Aeldari Craftworld movement phase. Farseer is going to cast Doom on the Stompa.
And what's Doom do?
Reroll failed wound rolls against the unit next psychic phase. So on a 7. Oh, it's 6. Okay, I need to re-roll. It's a 3. Oh, no luck. Farseer is casting Guide on the Crimson Hunter. For 7. And we got it. On to shooting. The Falcon is going to take a shot at the Stompas. Stompy. So we've got pulse laser shot and two pulse shots and 1 bright lance. So the pulses, they're hitting on threes regularly, but it's going to be fours because he moved and it's heavy. 1 hit. 2 heavy, 2 shots. So the 1 hit. Strength 8. What's your toughness? 8. So looking for fours. That's a wound.
What's the AP?
AP is -3 on the pulse laser. Custom force field, 5+. And he's good. Right lance looking for fours. And that's a 1. Next up, we have the fire prism. It's also going to shoot at big guy. So because it stood still, it gets to fire its weapon twice. So the first one, we're looking at D3 shots. It's a 1. So first shot's hitting on 3s because it stood still. That's a 1. Good thing he gets to shoot again. Second shot. How many shots? 2 shots this time. Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Strength 9, so wounding on 3s. 2 wounds.
AP?
AP -3, or 4, sorry. So 5+ invuln. And makes them both. This is not going well for the Eldar. Next, we're moving on to the Wraith Lord. He's going to fire his 2 bright lances into the belly of the beast. Looking at 4s because he moved. 2 hits.
Nice.
Strength 8. So looking for 4s. Oh, nothing. Brutal. Crimson Hunter's firing into the Stompa also. It's going to fire all of its weapons. So first we're starting off with pulse laser. So firing the 2 pulses from the Crimson Hunter, hitting on 3+ with rerolls because of guide. 1 hit. 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 1 armor save, 5+. 1 goes through. D6 damage, 3 damage flat. 3 damage on Stompa. 2 bright lances. Hitting on 3s. Re-rolling. Thank God. 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 1 wound. 1 5+ invuln. D6 damage. 3 damage. Firing the Wraith card onto the Stompa. 5 shots hitting on 3s. 1 miss. Rerolling 1s because of the spirits here. 4 hits. 5 hits. So strength 10, toughness 8, wounding on 3s. Command point reroll to reroll 1 of those shots. So looking for 3s. 4 5+ invulnerables. This is not going well for the Eldar. How many wounds go through? 2 wounds. Next, we're going to do the first squad of Dire Avengers. Firing on the Ork boys. 10 shots hitting on 3s and rerolling misses. Good thing about the misses. Strength 4, toughness 4, looking for 4s. 6s are at -1 AP. -3 AP, sorry. 7 dead orcs. Second squad of Dire Avengers is firing into the same squad. 10 shots. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling misses. And wounding on 4s. Only 2 wounds. 2 more dead. Wave Serpent in the Ruins is firing at the boys. So I screwed up. I was rerolling 2s. I should have been only rerolling 1s. I'm sorry, Ed. Sorry, Ed. 8 shots from the Wave Serpent. Scatter lasers onto the Ork boys. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Wounding on 3s. And 3 wounds. 3 more. 3 shuriken cannon shots hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound. 4 wraiths shooting at the boys. Hitting on 3s. All hit. Wounding on anything but a 1. I almost had to think about that. 4 more. And last but not least, we have 2 wave serpents firing at the big Stompa. We're going to roll them together. 16 shots total, hitting on 3s. And I'm not going to re-roll the ones on that just to make up for my earlier mistake. Wounding, strength 6, toughness 8, so wounding on 5s. 3 wounds. 3 3+. 1 wound. Doing the shuriken cannon on the 1 wave serpent up at stomps because why not? Hitting on 3s. 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. 1 wound. Yay. So 3+, and he's good.
How you doing, Ed?
Fantastic. Stompa is holding in there, so I'm happy.
Only 9 wounds. How many does he have left?
31.
Stupid.
How many wounds does he have in total?
40 wounds. 40 wounds!
Charge!
Wraith Lord is being a crazy bastard and charging into your Stompa.
Okay, this is the flamer. It's gonna get 4 shots.
Putting on 5s.
Got
2 wounds.
And it's -1 AP.
Looking for 4s, we're good.
Okay, this is the shooters.
Oh my gosh.
Looking for 6s.
1, 2.
Strength 5.
Toughness 8. No. Shooting the cannon next.
D6 heavy.
D6 shots. 4 shots. Hitting on 6s. No hits. 9 shots for the Gatling gun. No hits. Wraith Lord is very, very happy with how that all went.
I'm gonna use a rocket. May as well.
Can you use a rocket?
Yeah.
It hits on 6s.
Usually it hits on 5s. It really doesn't matter.
Ork logic.
Nothing! All 3s! Look at that!
Will he make the charge? Wraith Lord going into the Stompa. Looking for about 4 inches. And I rolled a 5.
Hello!
Yeah.
It is very nice to meet you.
Wraith Lord is swinging. He's hitting on 3s. 4 hits. Strength 9, toughness 8. 3s to hit, or 3s to wound. 2. I'm going to use command point reroll. 2 wounds. Ghost Glaives, AP -4, no save for Stompa. Custom Force Field's not going to save him here. And let's hope for a big roll. So this is how much damage we're doing. 9 wounds. Taking him down 18 total now. And now, bye-bye, Wraith Lord. Mega Choppa is swinging at the Wraith Lord.
Hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4+. That wasn't bad. Strength
9.
Toughness 8, so looking for 3s. This is a very, very dead Wraith Lord. 5 wounds, looking for 5+. This isn't going to go well. Nope, that was really, really bad. And they're how much wounds each?
D3 each.
D3 each. He's dead. Doesn't matter. And it didn't matter what he rolled, even though we let him do it anyways, because we needed him to feel good. Stompa took 18 wounds, and the boys are severely depleted on the other side of the wall, but Ed's army is still pretty much intact. Wraith Lord got smashed to pieces by the Stompa. I got 3 victory points for holding 3 objectives, and Ed gained first blood this turn, putting the total of after turn 1 to 3 points for the Aeldari and 4 points for the Orks.
Turn 2!
Ed is using the Big Mac to roll repair for D3 wounds, right? So 2 wounds.
3 because of the Grot Oiler. Which
Grot Oiler adds 1?
Yep.
Okay, so Grot Oiler gave him, 3 wounds back. Now we're down to, or up to 15 wounds taken on the Stompa. Movement phase recap for the Orks. The Weird Boy shuffled forward a little bit. Killcans are moving forward towards the Wraith Guard in the ruins. Full strength Boy Squad has advanced 3 inches and moved out of the ruins. They're going towards the Falcon. Stompa moved forward. He's getting ready to charge some Wraith Guard. Or shoot them. Or shoot them and charge them. And the Ork Boys moved a little to the left to get some sight on the Wraith Guard. Yay! Weird Boy rolls for Psychic Test, rolls a 9, passes, and teleports himself just over 9 inches away from the Falcon. And on to the Orc shooting phase. Cans are shooting at the Wraith Guard. 4s to hit. 3 hits. Strength 8, toughness 6. So looking for 3s.
I'm gonna use a command point.
Command pointing. 2 hits. 2 hits. -2. So 3s becomes 5s, but goes back up to 4s because they're in cover. So 4+ in cover. And 1 wound, 1 goes through. So 3 wounds, and 1 Wraith Guard is... The Ork Boys are shooting at the Wraith Guard. Rolling to hit. 3 hits. Strength 4, toughness 6, no wounds. So Stompa's taking some shots. Bomb is going against the Fire Prism. Gatling's going against the Crimson Hunter Exarch. Everything else is going against the poor Wraith Guard. Bye-bye, Wraith Guard. Shooters against Wraith Guard.
1.
That is 1 hit. 1, 3+ on the Wraith Guard. I'm going to... It's damage 1. I'll take the 1. D6 flamethrower shots. 4. Strength 5, toughness 6, so looking for 5s. 5 shots for the cannon. Uh-oh. Hitting on 5s. No, 1 hit. So Ed's getting a command point, reroll one of those. And no.
Failed.
It's a wound.
And how many wounds does it do?
1.
1 wound. This is a very lucky Wraith Guard.
They have 3 wounds each?
So bomb is firing on the Fire Prism. So 1 shot on the Fire Prism. And misses. Gatling is firing on the Crimson Hunter Exarch. 5 shots. Wow, 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound. 5+. Nope. And he's trying to fire the Gatling again. And with a 1.
Yep.
5 more shots firing on the Crimson Hunter. 1 hit. 3s to wound. 5+ armor save. 2 wounds on the Crimson Hunter.
3 now.
Took 3 total, yeah. We're on to the assault phase. I wonder what's charging. So the boys are charging into the Wraith Guard. Roll it up. 5 shots at the boys, because it doesn't want me shooting at his Stompa for some reason. 1 hit. 1 dead boy. And the charge.
8 inch.
7, 8 inches. Weird Boy's charging into the Falcon. Pulsar. 1 hit. Command point reroll. And it's a 6, that's a wound. 8 inches, that's not enough. Right lance hitting on a 6. Wounding on anything but a 1. Yeah, that's D6 damage. He's dead. Stompa is, what is he doing?
Charging.
Charging. 8 inches. He makes it. And that is the end of charges. Ork Knob with the power claw is swinging at the Wraith Guard. 2 hits. Strength 10. That's going to hurt. So no armor. How many damage each?
D3.
D3 per. First, roll one individually. 3 for the first one.
2.
2 for the second. I forgot I'm counting up. Ork boys. Looking for 3s. 5 to wound. 2 wounds. 2 3+ armor saves. We're good.
Now it is Stompa's turn.
Okay, so you're attacking with this weapon? The Mega Slasher?
So it's forward.
Looking for 3s to wound. 8 minus 2. Looking for 5s. Yep, 5s.
1 wound.
One goes through. And it doesn't matter how many it does because it's only, this guy's only got 1 left. And now we're attacking with the Wraith Guard back on the boys.
Okay.
So looking for 3s. Only 2 hits. And the Ork boy is just within 6 inches of them, so re-rolling those 2 misses. 3 hits. Strength 5, toughness 3 or 4, so looking for 3s. 3 wounds, 3 dead boys.
Yeah.
Doing morale checks. Ed rolls a 5. Ork Knob's doing okay. And the Wraith Guard, we're good. And that's the end of Ork's turn 2. Ed scores 2 victory points. Falcon didn't move at all. Fire Prism didn't move. Guardian shimmy forward, staying in the ruins. They're going to take some shots on the Ork boys. Wraith Guard fell back out of combat. Crimson Hunter jumped over again. Pivoted 90 degrees. Pivoted 90 degrees. Psychers both stood still. Second Wraith Guard unit rolled a 6 on their advance roll. And actually they rolled a 3 and then we used the command point rolling a 6 and they jumped over into the crater. Both Wave Serpents stood still. Autark jumped behind the Wave Serpents. Wave Serpents stood still. Dire Avengers jumped up into the ruins, second floor, advancing. And the second unit of Dire Avengers, or third unit of Dire Avengers, are moving in for the Ork Knob. And that's the end of movement phase for turn 2, Eldar. 8 shots from Dire Avengers firing into the Ork boys. 3s to hit. All hits. Strength 4, toughness 4. And that's 4 wounds. Falcon's firing at the Stompa. 2 pulsar shots. 1 hit. No wounds. Right lance. Misses. 3 shuriken cannon shots. 3 hits. 5's the wound. Nothing. Crimson Hunter's firing at the Stompa. 2 pulse shots. 2 hits. 1 wound. Nope.
Command point.
You are? This early? 3 damage. 2 shots from the Bright Lances. Wounding on 4s. Nothing.
Yay.
I forgot my second phase. Ed's been really nice in letting me go back and do it. Casting, I guess we're going to start with
Doom.
Doom on the Stompa.
Roller.
And on a 10. So it goes off. Gonna do Protect on Protect Jinx on this unit. Protect
Arrows.
goes off. So Protect on the second Wraith Guard, the unit before. Smite on Stompa. That's a 6. 1. 1 mortal wound.
Got Doom on it.
It does have Doom on it.
Which
means you reroll one.
Rerolling one wound, yeah. Rerolling the wound. And it doesn't matter. Because I rolled a 1. Graveguard firing at the Stompa. I'm going to shoot at the knob. 3's hit. And looking for 3. Stompa's 8, right? Yeah. 3's. Oh my god.
Rerolling one.
Thank god. 4 shots going onto the Stompa from the other squad. 3's to hit. Rerolling 1s because of the altar. Looking for 3's. And rerolling all wounds. 2. So you got 2 5+ invulns. Oh! I'm gonna do the Dire Avengers into the knob, at least get a kill out of this. Hitting on 3's. That is.
He's got no save though.
All but 1. Wounding on 4's.
Yeah, just take him off. He's just red mist and bone chips.
Not me! No! The cans, which is wasted, but whatever. 3's hit. 4's to hit. 4 hits. Looking for 5's. 1 wound on the can.
What's the AP?
It was a 5, so nothing. Oh, good. Twin scatter laser from the Wave Serpent firing on the cans. Looking for 3's. There we go. Strength 6, toughness 5. Looking for 3's. 1 cocked. Armor saves on the cans. 3 pluses. So 1 wound. That was good.
Not so nice.
That is making all kinds of armor saves tonight. 3 shots from the shuriken cannon underneath. 2 hits. 3 swing. And it's AP minus 3. 1 wound.
We have 3.
4. That's 4.
Oh no, 5.
So the 2, those 2 wave serpents are both busting their shields off at that, in addition to shooting. So it's D3 mortal wounds. Per.
That's auto.
Yeah, well, it's on 2+. So, first one on a 2+, yes. Second one on a 2+, yes. And D3 mortal wounds. First one, 1. Second one, 2. So 3 more. So we're going with the two twin scatter lasers from the 2 wave serpents onto the Stompa. Looking for 3's. Rerolling 1s because of the altar. Altar. That's the wound. Looking for strength 6, so looking for 5's. That's decent. Yeah.
Did you just re-roll your miss too?
No, that was the misses. 11 wounds. 11 armor saves. There's no minuses, so it's just 3's. 2 wounds go through. So 2 wounds go through on the Stompa. And then 1 shuriken cannon. Rerolling because of the altar. 2 hits. 1 wound. Rerolling for fail. No. So 1 wound. 1 more. And it was a 6, so it's AP minus 3. No. 1 more wound. I'm not charging anything, so that is the end of Aeldari turn 2. I gained 3 victory points, 4 victory points, because I destroyed 1 unit and held 3 objectives.
Turn 3!
So quick rule correction, we're again mixing 7th and 8th editions up, so Ed's mech had to be outside of the Stompa in order to repair it, so now we've decided to put him outside of the Stompa and behind it. There's some debate on whether or not he would be able to keep up, but we're going to keep it that way just for posterity. So.
Well, somebody keeps forgetting their psychic phase, so I think it's only fair.
This is true. I do forget my psychic phase.
And he's now moving only 6 inches anyways, so he would definitely be able to keep up.
Ork boys, move forwards. Ed is abandoning the objectives and hopes to table the Eldar. Everything spewed out of the Stompa and is now standing in the face of the Eldar. We've got a war boss there and 17 boys, 18 boys. Well, 17 and a knob. Stompa's charging towards the fire prison, and the mechs are moving forward. They won't be able to reach the Dire Avengers inside, but they're going towards the Wave Serpent. So no psychic phase because Ed's Weird Boy's dead, and I'm going to bring that up again. Okay, moving on to the shooting phase. That is the cans firing onto the Wave Serpent. And to wound on the Wave Serpent. So 5+ goes down to 4+ with the cover.
6 wounds.
Alright, so
Gatling.
Gatling from the Stompa is firing on the Crimson Hunter. The cannon is firing at the Fire Prism. And all the small arms fire is going into the 3 remaining Wraith Guard in front of it.
So Gatling first. 8 shots.
Yep. 8 shots firing into Crimson Hunter.
1.
6s, yeah. It's -1 because of the flare. So AP?
-2.
-2. 5+. Nope. Another wound on the Crimson. He's going to try to fire the Gatling again.
We're good.
2 shot, or 2d6. 8 shots. Looking for 6s. 1 hit. No wounds.
Going to command point. What?
Okay. And he gets it.
Alright.
AP -2.
Yep.
Only damage 1, right? 5+. And he's good.
Darn. Cannon on
Cannon
the
going
fire
into
prison.
the fire prison. Hitting on 5s. 1 hit.
Strength 10.
Toughness 7, so no wounds. 1 damage. Shoota's firing into the Wraiths, and
That's a solid roll for an
that was a
orc.
pretty good shot. Strength 4.
1.
Okay, so 1 wound. And looking, what's the AP?
0.
Is it? Yeah, so it's like a stubber almost.
Yeah, stubborn.
+1 strength. And we're good. Scorcha, D6 shots. 4. Strength 5. AP -1.
Nothing.
Nothing. War Boss and all of the boys are firing onto
The 3 guys.
the 3 Wraith Guard that are remaining on the left.
Nope.
Looking for 5s.
2.
And a wound, we're looking at, 2 wounds. Looking for 3s. And 1 wound goes through.
Overwatch it.
Scary machines. 8 shots from the scatter laser going into the cans. No hits.
I want to see if they
3
make it.
shots from the underslung cannon. 1 hit. 1 wound, and it's AP -3.
So 6.
No. I did 1. I'll take it.
Alright. Let's see if they make it. Nope.
There we go.
Yep.
Definitely not.
Nope.
Stomp's charging.
Overwatch him.
Overwatch. Okay. Overwatch from the fire prism.
Is that 2 shots, Adam? Adam, is that 2 shots?
2 shots. 6. No.
Oh, he didn't make it. Command point, reroll that. Come on.
Maximum
Charge. Boys are splitting up. They're going for the 3 Wraiths, the 2 HQs, and the vehicle.
Yeah.
They're not going to try to charge the 4 Wraith Guard. Okay.
And then the war boss is going on 1 HQ and the knob is going on the other.
Well, the knob's part of the unit. So that's just how you're going to charge it? Okay, cool. Shuriken Pistol from the, let's do the Spirits here first. On the, so the War Boss is charging into? Who's charging first? the boys. Nope. And the Farseer, no. And the 3 guard. Wraith guard. Overwatch. Scatter lasers. Hitting on 6s. 1 hit. 1 wound.
4 inches.
4 inches.
They're all gonna make it.
Yeah.
And then,
And then the
I could do reroll.
yeah. 4 attacks hitting on 5s. Do it. Do it. No hits.
And last command point.
You can do it? Okay.
Yeah!
Yay!
You want to do that again?
Now you go roll. Now you roll 1. You roll a 1.
Oh, that's
For all those 5+ invulns you made, you roll a 1. Oh, okay.
so
So 6 damage, so it takes 7. It's at 7. D3 attacks from the fire prism on the Stompa. 3 hits. Or 3 attacks, sorry. Looking for 6s. 1 hit. And wounding on strength 6, toughness 8, so looking for 5s. That's a wound.
AP?
There's no AP. Just,
Nope.
oh, Stomps takes a wound. War boss striking at the Blade Serpent.
3.
I got 3 hits and 2's to wound. 3 wounds. And AP minus 3.
Damage D3.
6s. Looking for 6s. And we saved 1.
2D3.
2d3 damage. And that's 3, 4, 5 damage. Squig's attacking which HQ?
The one that's between the fins.
A rod.
Okay, so the spirits are
2 hits. 2 wounds.
4+ invuln. Your knob is attacking the Farseer.
Okay.
Yep, 4 is to hit, 3 hits, to wound.
I like it.
4+ invuln. 1 goes through, D3 damage. 1 damage. Boys are attacking the Wraith Guard. Looking for 3s. That was not. How many we got? I don't even know. And now you're looking for strength 4, right? Or strength 4. Toughness 6. No, Spirit 5. That's a pretty good roll, though. 8. 8 armor saves on the Wraith Guard. Looking for 3+. 2 wounds go through. Goodbye. This is against the Farseer.
Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
That was a nice roll.
And 3s again.
Oh,
Or not.
horrible, horrible roll.
Wow. Alright, we're looking for 4 pluses for the rune armor on the Farseer. And 3 go through. You're gonna go against the war boss with the Farseer. 2 attacks going on the war boss. Looking for, it's actually hitting on 2+. 1 hit. Am I gonna use a command point reroll? Okay, command point reroll. Wounding on 2+ always. Alright, so quick recap. Combat phase, Farseer struck at the Warlord, managed to get 1 hit through, tried to use command point reroll, failed, and War Boss managed to make his armor save. So Spirit's here next. So Spirit's here, Witch Staff, hitting on a 2+. He's gonna go up against the boys. Hang on, 2+. Wounding on 2+. 2 wounds. 2 boys, 6+ armor saves. 2 6+ saves on the boys.
2 died.
2 attacks from the Wraith Guard. Swinging at the boys. 1 hit, rerolling 1s because of the spirits here. 2 hits. Wounding on strength 5, toughness 4, so 3s. That's a 4, sorry. And that's, do you want to take a shot? And that's 2 more dead orcs. 3 attacks from the Wave Serpent back on the boys, hitting on 3s. Or 6s, sorry. Strength 6, looking for 3s. 2 wounds. 2 6+ armor saves. No. 2 more boys. And Ed rolled a 5 for his leadership. All the boys are fine. Because of mob rule. So quick recap at the end of Orks, turn 3. Lots of stuff locked in combat on the Eldar line. Ork boys advanced, so couldn't charge, but they're right up in the face of the Falcon and the Dire Avengers. And the kill cans are ready and poised to make a charge next turn. We're moving on to Eldar, turn 3. All right, recap for Eldar, movement phase, turn 3. So the Falcon jumped over, it actually advanced and managed to jump over just in range of the objective marker 6, so it's holding that right now. The Crimson Hunter flew over and then pivoted, and it is now staring at the back of the Stompa. Dire Avengers sat still. They're going to take some shots off at those Ork boys. Fire Prism fell back out of combat, and right now, because of the Ilyanden rules, it is still working on its top tier of damage chart. So it is falling back and planning on taking some shots off at that Stompa. Spirit Seer fell back out of combat using its Falchu's Wing, Remnant of Glory, and fell back and is now within 6 inches, just outside of an inch from the Stompa, so that it can give the buff to the Wraithguard. Wraithguard fell back out of combat. Wave Serpent fell back out of combat. Other Wave Serpent sat still. Wraithguard moved up. They're planning on taking a shot at the Stompa. Dire Avenger squad that was in the ruins, just outside of the ruins, sorry, moved up a little bit, did not advance. Moved up a little bit, planning on taking some shots off at those Orks. Other Dire Avenger squad moving into position to fire at the Ork boys. And the Autarch is sitting and waiting, watching what happens with the Ork boys. Other Wave Serpent was going to move around a little bit, decided to sit still, hold that objective 3. Kicking off the psychic phase for Aeldari, we're going to cast Doom from the Farseer onto the big boy. Looking for a 7. So that's a successful cast of Doom. Then we're going to cast Guide. Reroll failed hits on a unit. We're looking for a 7. 24-inch range, so we're going to go on the 4 Wraithguard. 6. No luck. I'm going to use his special ability to reroll 1 or any of the dice. Once in each psychic phase, you can reroll any number of dice used when the model attempts to... I'm going to reroll
I'd do both.
Both of them just for the better odds. Just
Exactly
6.
the same number.
All right. Moving on to the Spirit Seer. Spirit Seer is going to cast Smite onto the Stompa.
Okay.
Looking for a 5. That is a 10. All right, looking for D3 mortal wounds against the Stompa.
3.
And 3 mortal wounds. And that's it for the psychic phase. Moving on to the shooting phase. We're going to start off with the Crimson Hunter firing into the Stompa. 2 shots from the Crimson Hunter, looking for 3s. Oh, brutal. Yeah, we're going to reroll the last command point. Use the last command point, sorry, for a reroll. 1 hit. Looking for a 4. No. Rerolling wounds. Thanks for reminding me, Ed. Doom. Doesn't matter. 2 Bright Lances firing at the back of the Stompa. 2 hits. Looking for 4s. 2 wounds. Nope. D6 wounds from the Bright Lances each. 9 more wounds. Getting ready for the inevitable explosion of the Stompa. He's got 2 wounds left. D3 shots from the Fire Prism onto the Stompa, still firing at full ballistic skill, etc. because of the Ilyanden Craftworld trait. So we're looking for how many shots? D3. Only one shot. Hitting on a 4. No, wait. 2 shots from the Wraith Guard into the Stompa. These are looking for 3s to hit. 1 hit. So 1 hit, looking for strength 10, toughness 8, so looking for 3s.
That's a 4.
That's a 4. And invuln's fine. 4 shots from the Wraith Guard into the Stompa. All within 12. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Wounding on 3s. Doom. 3 wounds. 3 5+ invulns. 1 goes through. How many wounds? Oh, 1 wound.
Just got 1 left.
And I don't have any command points left. Ah, got 1 wound
Down to
left.
1.
We're gonna do the first of the wave serpents, the one that's damaged, but it's still firing at full complement, and it's hitting on 4s. Sorry, yeah, it fell back, so it's hitting on 4s with the heavy weapon. Rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s, and that's 2 hits. So 4 hits total. Wounding on 6s? No, 5s. Strength? Yeah, 5s. 1 wound. Fail this
AP.
save.
AP.
No AP. Minus, so 3+. Oh, damn. And the second wave serpent. Looking at needing 3s and rerolling 1s. And needing 3s for the reroll. All hits. Looking for 5s. That is 4, 3+ armor save, sir. Alright, so Adam screwed up. Forgot to roll Doom for Doom, so forgot to roll the 3+s. Or reroll, sorry.
Gives you an extra 1.
So 1 more. So 5 3+ saves for the Stompa. And the Stompa goes down. Does he explode?
Does he explode?
No.
Oh.
Wah, wah.
Listen, Mr. Stompa, that was the biggest disappointment I have seen in a very long time.
Goodbye, Stomps.
Trouble of no. All the shots from the Wave Serpent up top are going into the Ork boys. And down below. 8 shots from the Scatter Laser, hitting on 3s. Not re-rolling 1s this time. Too bad. Strength 6, toughness 4, wounding on 3s. 2 wounds. AP dash, so 6s.
So 1 guy dies.
1 more down. And the Shuriken Cannon. 3 hits. 3 wounds. And two
1 die.
2 saves. 1 dies. That mech is saving those boys. Alright, 10 shots into the mech from the Dire Avengers. Hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Oh. Strength 4, toughness 4, looking for 4s. So we've got 5, and 2 are at minus AP3. The reds are on 5+, everything else is 4s.
So 2.
2 wounds on. And 2 wounds on the back. And the Dire Avengers in the back are going to fire 10 shots into the Ork boys. Looking for 3s. Wounding on 4s. Wow. 4 of them are instant killed. Or sorry, 5+ invulns.
Okay.
And 3, well, 5+ invulns for everyone.
For how many?
7. Seven 5+ invulns.
6 die.
8 shots from these guys into these boys, hitting on 3s. 1 bone off the table. 4 hits. Wounding on 4s. 2 wounds, one at 1/6 plus and one dead instantly. 2 died. Wraith Guard charging into the mech. Overwatch. Mech is throwing a grenade. Oh, it's D6. Oh yeah, sorry. 3 shots, 1 hit.
Strength 3.
Strength 3 on toughness 6. So looking for 6s.
Nope.
No. And the charge. 4 inches.
Right on the dot.
4 inches. These Wraith Guard are charging into him as well.
Need an 8.
Looking for an 8. And just got an 8. Dire Avengers charging into the boys. Overwatch.
Nope.
No hits. Looking for a 3. Altar charging into the boys. And he makes it. We're going to activate the 4-man squad of Wraith Guard first, so pilot. Looking for 3s, Wraith Guard against the mech. All 4 hits. Alright, so looking for 3s. 3 wounds.
So it's going to be 5 plus.
And that kills the mech. Swinging with the Dire Avengers into the boys first. Ed is nominated Heroic Intervention with his War Boss jumping into combat with the Altar. 5 attacks from the Dire Avengers. Hitting on 3s. 3 hits. Rerolling 1s because of the Altar. Rerolling that 1. Wounding on 4s. Sorry, strength, toughness 4, right? So, wounding on 5s. Nothing. 5 attacks hitting on 3s with the Altar against the War Boss. Hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. Rerolling 1s. 4 hits. Strength 6. Strength 6, toughness 5, looking for 3s. That's 2 wounds. No armor on the War Boss from this, so D3 wounds per. So the first one does 2, second one does 3, 5 wounds. War Boss is down to 1 wound. You gotta fight back. For 2s. Is it? No, it's because he's got a claw, right?
Oh, that's right.
So 3s. So 1 hit,
1 wound.
1 wound. 4 plus invuln on the Altar. And he's okay.
Good. 2 squigs.
2 squigs attacking.
This is 2 plus.
2 hits. Strength 4, toughness 3. 3s. 1 wound. Altar's invuln save. Looking for 4. And he's okay.
No. 4s.
Looking for 4s. 2 hits. 2 attacks on the Altar. 2 hits. 2 wounds on the Altar. Looking for 4 plus invulns. Uh-oh. How many damage?
3.
3 wounds on the Altar. 2 boys striking back at the Altar.
So it's 3s.
Looking for 3s to hit.
Horrible.
3 hits. Strength 4, toughness 3, looking for 3s. 3 wounds. Gotta make 2 of these. 4 plus invulns. Oh my god, he's dead. At the end of Aeldari turn 3, Ed managed to finish off the Altar, who bravely charged into combat but died, giving him Slay the Warlord. Woohoo! Got 1 point for killing the mech, 1 point for killing the Stompa, and 3 points for controlling the 3 objective markers, giving me a total of 5 for that turn. We are on to Ork, turn 4.
Turn 4!
Ork boys move forward, getting ready to charge the Dire Avengers. War Boss had consolidated at the end, so they're all locked up in combat. And the cans have marched forward through the ruins. We have decided that that's going to be a house rule, that if they could fit through that doorway, even if it's a conga line of marching metal, it's going to be able to happen. So now they are just staring down that Wave Serpent. Ed shot the cans at the Wave Serpent. 2 hits. 2 wounds. AP -2, looking for 5s. 2 go through, that's 12. I think he's dead. 13 wounds. 1 wound left. Woo! Boys shooting the pistols. Looking for 5s. And looking for 3s. They're in the ruins, so they're getting the cover save for being on the terrain piece. So right now their 4 pluses goes down to 3 plus. 3 pluses. 2 die. Knob is firing his custom shooter. 1 hit. 1 wound. Looking for 3 plus. 1 more dies. And that is the end of the shooting phase for Ed's turn 4 with the Orks. So we're on to assault phase. Kill cans going into the Wave Serpent with 1 wound left. And he's good. Boys charging into the Dire Avengers. This is looking like a very dire situation. Edit the Overwatch into before the shoot, before the charges rolls. So 1 hit.
Oh, wound.
1 wound. 1 dead orc. 1 wound left. It's going to Overwatch into the cans. 8 shots with the twin. Scatter lasers. Looking for 6s. 1 hit. Looking for strength 6, toughness 5. Looking for 3s. 1 wound.
AP.
Nothing. And we're good. 3 shuriken cannons. Looking for 6s. Nothing. And that is it. So the cannons charge into the Wave Serpent. This is how many attacks are going to destroy that 1 wound Wave Serpent. And a lot of you guys are watching, going, why doesn't he just take the model off? So I don't want to make Ed roll the dice. I'm going to make him do it. Oh!
That was strength 8.
So 3s. So 3 went through. 3 still went through. What's the AP on it?
-3.
Can Adam roll 3 6s? That's the question.
Can you roll 3 6s?
I don't know. Can I?
Let's do it.
Looking for 6s. No. That's a very dead Wave Serpent. Does it explode? Rolling it on a 6 plus, it explodes. No. Knob swinging at the Dire Avengers. 2 hits.
2 wounds.
1 wound.
2.
2 wounds. Oh, Power Claw, right?
Yep.
That's AP -3. So 4s, so it wouldn't, no armor save. And that's 2 dead Dire Avengers. D3 wounds on the X-Arch, and he's dead.
Now I got 2 victory points.
You do. So Ed's attacking with the Power Claw for the War Boss?
Yep.
For the War Boss on the Dire Avengers. And he's going to be rolling red dice for the Squig and black dice for the War Boss. And that's what he rolled.
Alright, now to wound. What's the toughness? 3?
Toughness is 3, yes. That's 2s.
Oh my god.
4. So that's 3 dead for sure. And 5 plus. 5 plus for the Squig. Hey! Rolling the boys on the Dire Avengers. Red are going to represent the Power Claw on the knob.
Okay. Now for wound.
Looking for 2 plus on the red dice and 3 plus on the others.
So,
So 3, 4 plus, AP dash, right?
yeah.
So one guy's definitely dead. Let's see if I can make 3, 4 plus armor saves. No, all but one. The Ork boys charged the Dire Avengers in the ruins, managed to hold the objective in the ruins. The War Boss and the remaining Ork boys from the other squad managed to kill off the Dire Avengers, holding that objective marker, number 2. The Wave Serpent, with 1 wound left, got absolutely shredded by the kill cans in the large ruins, and they managed to hold on to that objective. Ed decided to not charge into the Dire Avengers or try to consolidate into them to hold that objective marker, and also because he's up to something. I think he's up to something. At the end of Ed's turn, he managed to take a total of 7 victory points. 3 from objective markers, and managed to kill a total of 4 units. Falcon's sitting still, it wants to keep that objective. Fire Prism's sitting still, it wants to shoot twice. All the Wraith Guard moved up, shimmied up a little bit to get some shots off on that Warlord, make him the closest model, hopefully. And Dire Avengers moved out of the ruins, took up a position. They actually rolled for an advance and are going to fire their assault weapons. One Wave Serpent shimmied over to block the, to basically sacrifice itself to the kill cans. The other Wave Serpent fell back out of combat to free up some shooting on the War Boss and the boys. And the Crimson Hunter pivoted 90 degrees, moved 20, pivoted 90 degrees. It's now staring at the War Boss and boys. And the two Psychers both kind of shimmied over towards each other, and they're staring down everything as well. Farseer is casting Doom on the 3 boys. We really want them to die.
Alright, go.
Looking for a 6. Oh!
Arrows.
I'm going to re-roll that with his 1 per turn. And that's a 6. And just not enough. Now he's going to cast Guide on the... or try to cast Guide on the Dire Avengers. Looking for a 7. That's 11. Spirit's here is going to try to cast Protect. Or actually... yeah, he's going to cast Protect on the 4-man squad of... actually, on this Wave Serpent. And we're looking at a 7 and an 11. So, Protect is now on the Wave Serpent blocking the, or trying to block the kill cans. All right, and that will be the end of the psychic phase. We're now moving on to the shooting phase.
Shooty phase.
Shooty phase. We'll kick it off with the Dire Avengers firing into the Ork boys. 10 shots onto the Ork boys, looking for 3s. All but 1. Strength 4, toughness 4, looking for 4s. And that is 4, 1 AP minus 3. So 1 dead boy and 3 6 pluses. And that is the end of the unit. Now we'll move on to the 2 Wraith Guard firing at the boss. Hitting on 3s. Going to do the 4 into the War Boss. Looking for 3s. Oh. Wounding on 2s. Toughness 5. That was a little cocked. 2 wounds. No invuln on the War Boss, so he only had 1 wound left, and he dies. Does he explode?
Oh, come
Ken,
on.
I took Ken's line. Wave Serpents are going to fire into the Ork boys here. 8 shots for the first Wave Serpent. It moved, so it's hitting on 4s.
Nice roll.
Strength 6, toughness 4, so looking for 3s. 3 wounds on the boys. They get a 5+ save because they're in cover. 3 boys. 5+. 1 dies. You are rolling 5+ saves like nobody's business. Underslung shuriken cannon, hitting on 3s. Or 4s, sorry. 2 hits, looking for wounds, 3+. 1 wound. No AP. 1 more boy. Next one that fell back out of combat, looking for 3s. It's still firing at its full complement because of the Ilyanden roll. Looking for 3s, or 4s, sorry. 2 hits. 2 wounds. 2 5+. Both saved. Defying physics, Crimson Hunter is going to fire into the kill cans. Looking for 3s to hit because it moved. So this is the pulse. 1 hit. No wounds. And the 2 bright lances. 2 hits. And toughness 5. So looking for 3s. 2 wounds. Nope, AP -3, so they have 3+ and 6s. So yeah, they have a 5+.
No.
Nope. D6 per, so the first one does 2 wounds, and the second one does 3 wounds. Wasn't one heavily wounded back there?
Yeah.
So 1's dead, and 1's down to 3. Falcons firing into the boys. Feels like wasted shots, but why not? Start with the shuriken cannon, didn't move, so looking for 3s. 1 hit. And strength 8, toughness 4, so 2 wounds. Oh no, strength 6, sorry, never mind. That doesn't wound. Pulse laser, looking for 3s. 2 hits. 2 wounds. And that's 2 melted. And the bright lance hits. Wounds, 1 more melted. And firing the fire prism. We're going to be firing the disperse shot. And he's going to be firing twice so we're going to do this together because he stayed still. So, D6 shots. Phone over there. Make sure it's not in the shot. D6 shots, hitting on, D6 shots. How many shots? 9 shots. Hitting on 3s. Strength 6, toughness 3, wounding on 3s. And it was AP -3. Toughness 4, sorry, still wounding on 3s. And that is all of them. And AP -3, so that is 6, 7 dead orcs. And 1 dies due to leadership check. And we're not charging anything, so at the end of the Aeldari turn 4, we managed to kill 2 units, or wipe out 2 units, slay the warlord, control objective marker 2, control objective marker 6, granting us a total of 5 points for the victory points. So we're now on to turn 5 for the orcs.
Turn!
Basically, we decided to call it at turn 4. It basically came down to the fact that I had so many units still on the table that had significant speed on
And
Ed's
strength.
army. And yeah, whittling them down over time with firepower, it would have been inevitable. So we decided to call it at a minor victory for the Aeldari. But I think if we had played it out, it would have been really close, like 1 or 2 victory points probably at the end.
With my mistakes, I don't know. I think it would have been closer if I didn't make those mistakes.
Trying to figure out what stripped the most wounds off of that Stompa, man. That Stompa just hurt me.
The Wraith Lord was pretty solid.
The Wraith Lord, yeah, he made that.
He tried.
That bold charge into the Stompa and actually crippled it a bit. He managed to do quite a few wounds with the Ghost Glaive. So that was I think so. That's a fair.
Because you brought him down to second track on the wounds with him alone.
Right.
And that was what, first, second
He
track?
he did a few wounds with the Bright Lance, I think, too. So that was a heavy hit. For you?
I kind of like the Kill of Cans.
The kill cans worked.
Yeah.
They did work.
Well, and then there's Stompa, but really, he did.
Yeah,
sort
the
of
kill
dominate the
cans.
middle, but
The kill cans definitely pushed everybody off that right flank. They scared me off of deploying on that side.
They've really changed them.
Yeah,
They feel beefier now.
Yeah.
They can take a beating and they can actually give it.
with the wounds and them having like kind of similar to Dreadnought statistics in the sense that they don't degrade and everything. That's pretty.
And
Pretty
I do
awesome.
appreciate you letting me squeeze them through the front door.
So new house rule on Anvil of War. Despite what other people might do, we have decided that if there's an access point, if it's a door, etc., and it's a dreadnought sized or monster sized model, etc., despite inventory being able to climb up and over walls, we're going to allow them to move through just because it makes sense. We're going to try to go. We're going to use physics a little bit. In the sense that we want to make a little bit of a tweak to that, and we'd like to see maybe some alterations to that in the future with the rule sets as they do FAQs. So who knows what the future may hold. So
Well, I had a really good time.
yeah, thank you.
Appreciate it.
Great
Good
game, man.
Thank you.
Sponsored by
Thanks for joining us on Anvil of War. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Is he gonna be the awkward guy on the show? Because I feel like he's gonna this look that he's got right now is.
Just be yourself, man.
If you could look excited, not rapey.